And welcome to the WDSU News Hot Seat. I'm Travers Mackle. Tonight we're talking about three big crime stories that happened in the New Orleans metro area, New Orleans and Jefferson Parish over the last several weeks. The shooting of an innocent woman on Bourbon Street who was just walking down the city's most famous street. Also, the fatalities that happened right around the Endymion Parade route during carnival season. And of course, the tragic triple homicide that happened in Jefferson Parish in Tarrytown just a few days ago. We have some familiar faces here to talk about this. Criminal defense attorney and legal analyst Robert Jenkins and former prosecutor who is now with the law firm Rodrigue Arcuri, Laura Canizera. Rodrigue, thanks for being here first off. Let's just start off with the Tarrytown triple homicide. Laura, we'll start with you. As a former prosecutor, a man named Terrence Leonard is in custody here for allegedly killing these three people, a woman and two children, as well as injuring two other teenagers. According to the sheriff, he has confessed to these crimes, and they say they have overwhelming physical evidence. As a prosecutor, is this a slam dunk case if you're looking at something like this, or are there any slam dunk cases?
It's hard to call any case a slam dunk because there's always going to be a defense that is put forth in every case. There is very good evidence in this case. You can eliminate in this case the identification of the perpetrator, and that's a huge hurdle prosecutors face. So we have the person who committed the crime, and he is being charged with first-degree capital murder. I think the big question for this case will be, will Jefferson Parish seek the death penalty on the case? It is one that if any case calls for it, it would be this one. We have many reasons why the death penalty would apply here. He has killed more than one person. That in and of itself would qualify for the death penalty. And he has also killed two victims who are under the age of 12. So that qualifies for the death penalty as well.
We're going to get to the death penalty in a second. It's not used that often, including in Jefferson Parish. But Robert, as a defense attorney, and you're not representing Mr. Leonard here, so as a bystander who's looking at this from the outside, if he's at the scene and there's that much physical evidence and there's a confession, how does the defense even move forward with something like that?
Well, ideally you try to do is slow down the whole thing in itself. The prosecution, by alleging mental problems or whatever, try to get psychiatrists to come in to slow it down, to get it off the fast track. But this is one of those cases where we talk about often where you give examples up to jurors in voir dire about the worst case scenario and could you consider or issue the death penalty. This case is ripe for the death penalty.
It is. As a prosecutor, do they dangle death? And I hate to say that because it's such a serious issue, but do they try to get him to plea by possibly removing the death penalty and saying, hey, if you just plea out and serve the rest of your life in Angola, that may be sufficient? And how, and both of you can comment on this question, how do the victims' families guide this? Do you have to go by what the victim's family is urging you to do?
The victim's family usually has a very big input into whether or not the DA's office will seek the death penalty, particularly if they are opposed to the death penalty. You know, the DA's office will usually take that into consideration. In this particular case, one of the things that the family will have to be informed about before going in is that when the prosecution seeks the death penalty, it tends to slow down the process drastically. We will have lengthy hearings pre-trial. We will have lengthy competency evaluations. And as Mr. Jenkins said, we would expect in this particular case, because there is overwhelming evidence, that the defense is going to rely on his mental capacity, either in general by saying he's incompetent or by saying he's not guilty by reason of insanity at the time of the offense.
Somebody you all know well, Kerry Kuchar with the Capital Defense Project, is now going to handle this case right now. But Robert, as a defense attorney, is the key here not just winning, because that may not be possible with what the sheriff has said is out there right now, is the key just trying to spare this person's life if you're a defense attorney?
Ideally, the idea is to save his life. So if we can get a plea on the table for life imprisonment or whatever, that might be the best scenario in this particular case. So what you're trying to do is get that life sentence. You're not trying to win this case because it's dangerous. This case involves children. And when you have children, juries will give you that death penalty case when it was killed like this in such a brutal way.
Do these numbers surprise you? In the last 5 years, the DA in Jefferson Parish, Paul Connick, has only used the death sentence 3 times. 2 of those cases are still pending right now. The Joshua Every case, who's accused of killing a Raising Cane's manager, and then the other case is Jermaine Nevo, who's accused of killing a JPSO deputy. The last person to get a death sentence in Jefferson Parish was 2011, so it doesn't happen that often. Does that surprise both of you all?
No, not at all. In my sense, in the sense that juries, most likely, especially in New Orleans and Jefferson, will not give you that death penalty. But what I told you was so dangerous. You have children involved and beaten with a hammer brutally. It's very dangerous. If he can get a life sentence, that would be a win.
And Laura, does it surprise you? In Orleans Parish, where you worked for a long time, and you worked in Jefferson as well, it's rarely used. Does it surprise you the last death sentence handed out in Jefferson was 2011?
It does not surprise me because in order to get a death penalty, there are many, many hurdles that must be overcome. As Mr. Jenkins said, jurors will really, it's much easier for them to hand down a guilty verdict when they know that the sentence is life, and they would certainly feel comfortable with that sentence in this particular case. When you ask to take somebody's life away, it's a whole different round of deliberations. It's a different process. In this particular case also, you have to remember that the lengthy appeal process is sort of a torture to the victims' families. All of these cases where the death penalty is sought, if they actually get the death penalty, this family will be tortured by that appellate process for decades to come. And many of those victims will ultimately say to the district attorney, I want the life sentence and the guilty plea because the appeals will end. And I can move on and know that he'll never see light again outside of a prison cell, and they can live with that, as opposed to years and years of endless appeals.
May I say something? And Laura's absolutely right, because the Antoinette Frank is still on appeal. And that's been well over 23, 24 years. And you're right, the family's still living with that, so it takes time.
Here are some numbers before we wrap this up really quick. 68 men on Louisiana's death row. One woman, Antoinette Frank, the former NOPD officer who you just mentioned. Let's shift gears here and talk about the deadly situation in New Orleans, another tragic thing that happened here. Tashanti Toney is accused of driving impaired, killing 2 people, injuring a handful of others on Esplanade during the night of the Endymion Parade. Robert, you're not representing him, at least not yet, because I think he has the public defender. How do you proceed defending somebody like this who was at the scene, who's the son of an NOPD officer, who they have on videotape? It seems, again, this is an overwhelming case for the prosecution.
Well, you want to look at the circumstance, and you definitely want to get his blood alcohol level to see if he was impaired or if he was taking any medication, because the argument is going to be it wasn't intentional. So we're trying to be, at best, negligent, homicide, or manslaughter. So that's the focus that we're going on.
Because vehicular homicide is a more serious charge, am I correct?
That's correct. Much serious.
When you look at this as a former prosecutor, and you were a prosecutor very recently, again, do you stack up the evidence the police have built and say, you know what, this is a pretty solid case moving forward here in Orleans Parish as a prosecutor?
Well, I think that, as Mr. Jenkins said, it's really going to depend on his blood alcohol level, because that number is going to essentially determine his future. That number will determine his sentence. You know, we know that 0.08 makes it a vehicular homicide. If we get higher, as we get higher, 0.15, it becomes mandatory minimums of jail time. He has 2 victims here. If it is a vehicular homicide, he must be sentenced on each victim, and those must run consecutive. So it's really, this is a very unique kind of case in that there are mathematical formulas that will be applied here based on his blood alcohol level, as opposed to any different type of case. It's really a mathematical number where if his blood alcohol content comes up high, his defense attorney is just going to try to mitigate the damages.
You all have dealt with each other in courts in Orleans Parish for a long time. Does the defense try to poke holes in the police investigation into this? Would you expect that? And would the defense team that's representing him try to poke holes in how he was cuffed? Was he read his Miranda rights? Did they breathe him? Did they try to punch holes in the initial police investigation?
Without a doubt, from the time that he goes into custody to the hospital, who took the blood? Was that person certified? Was that the same nurse that wrote the paperwork? You try to put holes into it to give the jury something to look at.
And as a prosecutor, is that what you expect? Do you see that coming?
Yes, and really that's the best defense that he would have, is to say that the manner in which the blood was taken was improper, there was a potential for contamination of the blood, anything that would affect that number. Try to get that test thrown out is the first step, and if it has to go to the jury, try to put some doubt in the jury's mind about the way the blood was collected and that there may be something that damaged that, especially if maybe he could argue he's on medication. It's a very different kind of case because, as Mr. Jenkins said, we don't have an intentional killing. He didn't go out and intend to hurt anyone, but because of the choices that he made, a very tragic result here, resulting in, death and many people being injured. So that's how I would expect them to attack the case.
All right, third topic while we have both of you all here. Julie Couvion was an innocent bystander, a local nurse, walking down Bourbon Street at about 3:15 in the morning. It's been reported that a security guard at Willie's Chicken Shack was trying to escort a man out. The man, according to police, went for the security guard's gun. Shots rang out. Suspect was hit in the shoulder. Security guard was hit in the neck and is living, non-critical. Julie Couvion was shot in the neck and killed. That man is also charged with murder. There's not a lot of video, it's our understanding. How do you move forward with a case like that?
Well, the idea from the defense standpoint is to say, we didn't shoot the guy, my guy didn't shoot him, it was the security guard. And that's what's going to be going back and forth, who did what. And the more you can say, they can't say or prove that my guy shot, the better it is for the defense.
An innocent woman was shot and killed here, had nothing to do with this, was walking down the street. How do you make sure justice is served, Laura, as a former prosecutor, if what Robert says could be true, that the defense says, we don't know who pulled the trigger here and there's no videotape? How do you make sure justice is served given the fact that an innocent woman was killed?
You know, unfortunately, this is not the first time we see bullets sort of flying in the French Quarter and innocent people being the ones who ultimately die here. In this particular case, it is the security guard, his actions, whatever happens or whatever actions he takes are responsive to the perpetrator's actions. So it doesn't really matter whether the security guard's hand was on the gun. This perpetrator set forth or put into motion a series of events that led to the innocent woman's death. So he is responsible, and the law is going to reflect that he puts those actions into motion and he is responsible for her death ultimately. Obviously, the security guard, given what we know, has no intention of harming anyone. Right. He's merely trying to keep the gun, defend himself, or prevent anyone else from being harmed.
Right. Witnesses said trying to escort the man out of the facility.
Correct.
But Travis, what's going to happen in the defense? The security guard is going to be put on trial.
Correct. I would agree. You know, they are going to, and that's really what they have to do.
Dig into his training, his background, those types of things?
Yes.
Correct. They're going to say he never should have had the gun, or, you know, what was he doing with the gun? Or perhaps the perpetrator thought the security guard was going to try to harm him in some way, and he had to wrestle the gun away. Yes. I don't believe that should be successful in court. But again,
Robert may disagree.
Robert and I may disagree on that point. Again, the prosecution should stick to the fact that the person who set forth the actions that had the security guard react should be responsible for any of the damage caused as a result.
All right. I wish we could talk longer. Unfortunately, we are out of time. Criminal defense attorney, legal analyst Robert Jenkins, Laura Cannizzaro-Rodrigue, former prosecutor now with the law firm Rodrigue and Arcuri. Thank you very much for your time. That is all the time that we have for the hot seat. You can see this entire segment starting tomorrow morning on WDSU.com and, of course, on all of our social media platforms.